The cold wind howled through the deserted street, carrying with it the taste of December rain. Streetlights flickered weakly, casting long shadows across the cracked pavement. Ethan pulled his thin hoodie tighter around himself, wishing the bus would hurry. His fingers were numb, his breath visible in the frigid air. He had just finished a late shift at a small convenience store where he worked part-time, and all he wanted was to get home to his little sister, Lily, who would be waiting with a reheated bowl of soup. That he was bone-tired, tired of scraping by, tired of worrying about rent, tired of feeling invisible in a city that never stopped rushing. Still, he endured. He always did. For Lily. That's when he noticed her. A woman stood a few feet away, trembling under the weak glow of the bus stop light. Her coat was soaked through, her hands bare and red from the cold. Her hair, once sleek and styled, clung to her face in damp strands. Something about her presence seemed out of place. Her shoes were expensive, her bag a designer brand that looked completely foreign to the rundown neighborhood. Ethan hesitated. She looked like she had everything in life, at least, usually would. But right now, she was just another human being freezing in the cold. He took a breath, then stepped forward. "Hey, you look cold," he said softly. "Here, take this." Before she could protest, he slipped off his old denim jacket and wrapped it around her shoulders. Her eyes widened. "No, I can't, it's okay," he interrupted, smiling faintly. "I've had worse nights. You need it more than I do." For a moment, silence hung between them, heavy and fragile. Then, something flickered in her eyes, something raw. Gratitude, perhaps, or pain. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice trembling more from emotion than cold. "You have no idea how much this means." Ethan shrugged it off. Just being human. They waited in silence until the bus finally arrived. She climbed on first, then turned back. "What's your name?" "Ethan." "Thank you, Ethan," she said again, her gaze lingering as if memorizing his face. He nodded, unaware that this small act of kindness would change everything. A week passed. Life went on as usual, or as usual as it could for Ethan. He kept working double shifts, saving every penny for Lily's school fees. She was bright, ambitious, and he swore he'd never let poverty steal her dreams the way it had stolen his. Then one morning, as he arrived at the store, his manager called him over. "Ethan, someone's asking for you." Confused, he turned, and froze. It was her. The woman from the bus stop. But she looked completely different. Her hair was sleek, her coat perfectly tailored, and confidence radiated from her like sunlight after a storm. She smiled, holding his old jacket neatly folded in her hands. "Ethan," she said warmly. "I've been looking for you." He blinked, feeling suddenly out of place in his worn uniform. "You found me," she nodded. "My name's Claire Donovan. I'm the CEO of Donovan Industries." The words hit him like a wave. CEO? He could barely process it. "That night," she continued, her voice softening, "I was coming back from the hospital. My car had broken down, my phone was dead, and I'd just gotten news that my father passed away. I was alone. Lost. Then you showed up." She took a shaky breath. "You didn't know me, didn't owe me anything, but you still helped." Ethan swallowed hard. "It wasn't a big deal." "It was," she said firmly. "It reminded me what real kindness looks like. And I made a promise to myself, I'd find you and repay that kindness." Before he could respond, she handed him a card. "This is my assistant's contact. I'd like to offer you a position at my company. Not charity, a chance. You deserve it." Ethan stared at the card, his mind spinning. A week ago, he was just trying to survive. Now, a CEO was offering him a job. Why me? He asked quietly. Because people like you remind the world that compassion still exists, Claire said with a small smile. And my company needs more people like that.